The pads have come on in Oxnard, California as training camp continues, presented by American Airlines. And this is Training Camp Live. Welcome into Cowboys Training Camp Live, presented by American Airlines, the official airlines of the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside David Helman, I'm Kyle Youmans from DallasCowboys.com, and it's an exciting day on the West Coast. You know why, Dave?
Why, Kyle?
Because we have some competition and pads to work with.
Heck yeah, we do, man. I've been waiting for this for a week.
A week? You mean like all summer?
Well, it's a good. Well, I was waiting for training camp, and then we got to training camp, and then I was waiting for pads. But yes, a very valid point on your part.
So we finally get some physicality. We get to see the pads come together. What are you looking for in a practice like this, the first of its kind this summer?
It's just a more complete picture. You know, there's only so much you can do without pads on. The running game isn't really an element. The offensive and defensive lines can't get after each other the same way. So if you're not a skill player, it's hard to showcase your stuff in an unpadded practice. So this is just a chance for all of our big boys to get after it and show us what they can do.
Let's take a look at some of the big boys, as you could call it, a little 7-on-7 action in the pads. And now you look at these corners, they get a chance to be a little physical. I mean, guys like Trayvon Diggs are going to have an opportunity to go one-on-one, mano-a-mano with some guys, and some of these young wide receivers are the same.
We've been waiting to do this because they're waiting for pads, but this is the first one-on-one period we've seen. It's usually 7-on-7, 5-on-5. This is guys going at it. You know, Malik Turner just had an amazing catch over Kelvin Joseph, Simi Fehoko right there. And it's fun to see the competition aspect of it where you can be a little more physical, as Reggie Davis hauls in a long one on Deontay Burton right there. Receivers getting after it early here.
Yeah, and you see why Davis is on this roster. The speed that he has is just unreal. Now, they are dueling these one-on-one periods. One group of players going one way, and then, of course, a group of players coming toward us. Here's another look of a couple.
Brandon Smith and Maurice Kennedy. Sorry, Maurice. I think you're going to get flagged for that, my man. You're not looking back toward the ball.
Kennedy, who had a really big day yesterday.
Huge day yesterday. Picked off Dak Prescott. We're going rapid fire. I missed this so much. This was something that was missing from my life for the last 12 months, really, because it felt like we didn't even get this as much at training camp last year.
No, not at all. Here's Johnny Dixon going up against Trayvon Diggs. Quarterback is Garrett Gilbert. Right at the line of scrimmage. Diggs sticking with him throughout, and that was just textbook from Trayvon Diggs.
That was too easy for Trayvon Diggs is what that was. That was really impressive. I was like, ooh, kind of not really contesting the get-off there, but clearly Trayvon had a better idea of what was going on than I did.
Kelvin Joseph on the far side breaking up a pass with Osiris Mitchell in between. Here's another opportunity to take a look at a young cornerback. We're looking at Nashawn Wright, I think, on this next rep. I don't know. Oh, he's going to face Brennan Eagles, product out of the University of Texas.
Rookie on rookie.
A third-round rookie, 99th overall, with Nashawn Wright in the 40. See what he can do. He has that quick punch at the line of scrimmage. Can he catch up?
That's going to be a challenging drill for Nashawn Wright because he's so long. Not a guy that's like as fluid as others are going to be in changing direction. So when you're out there by yourself, that's going to be tough on him. I actually thought the coverage was pretty good there, just maybe look for the ball a little bit faster.
Here's a couple of guys up at the top of the depth chart. Cedric Wilson going up against Anthony Brown. Nice ball and a one-handed grab with the flag on the far sideline. The ball was thrown by Gilbert, but a nice grab from Wilson.
Nice work, Cedric. Very nice. And a flag as well. I'm guessing maybe that was holding on Anthony Brown. But
I would assume so.
Doesn't matter when you make a catch like that.
Here's CeeDee Lamb. A lot of physicality on that one.
The new guy, Kyron Brown, getting in there.
I was about to say, I haven't seen 36 out there in a couple days.
I saw 36, and I was like, wait, Tony Pollard changed his number. Who is that? We got Malik Turner.
On Deontay Burton, another flag.
I think that might have been on Turner right there. I saw a hand go out. It's hard to see what the refs are saying here, but either way, it gets the catch.
How exciting is it for some of these guys to get out here and have some physicality. Noah Brown versus Kennedy. Nice route from Noah Brown.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, competition is what fuels a training camp. For years, Des Bryant used to set the tone for this team with the physicality and the competitive drive that he brought to these practices. A few guys have taken his place over the years, but it's important to have that element where you want everybody rising to that competition level.
Here's a guy who we were excited to see last year during training camp, made the switch to safety, and now is back at corner. Reggie Robinson going up against Reggie Davis, and it looked like Robinson may be shaken up a little bit after the play.
Which, the other fun thing about this is, like, everything we've seen so far has been in a team setting, right? So if you don't and we got Diggs and CD here, which is exactly what you want.
Oh, almost a nice play from CD Lamb. Diggs looked like he lost the ball.
I thought we were about to get a Dez moment from CD, speaking of Dez. No, but so in a team setting, if the ball doesn't go your way, you don't have much of a chance to show out. So we haven't seen a lot of Reggie Robinson, but here everybody gets a rep. Everybody's going. You're having a chance to watch everybody cover, watch everybody run routes. It makes it easier on us, honestly, to evaluate these guys.
I was about to say, because you're not only seeing Trayvon Diggs going up, how about that? Aaron Parker over the top of Deontay Burton. Nice throw from Ben DiNucci.
A little bit of a push, maybe. I mean, he got away with it, so it doesn't matter. But that's what I love, the nuances of all of this, knowing when to get grabby, when to put your arm out, all that type of stuff.
Now Fehoko on Kennedy. DiNucci throwing the ball. Kennedy up there knocks it away.
Maybe a little bit underthrown on Ben DiNucci's part, but a nice play by Maurice Kennedy.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of separation there from the rookie.
Yeah.
But I was going back to what I was saying earlier. You get to see Diggs not only up against the top guys like a CD Lamb, but you get to see him up against Johnny Dixon.
Yeah.
See what Johnny Dixon can do. Anthony Brown's not only going up against Cedric Wilson, he's going up against Osiris Mitchell. And here we go, Reggie Robinson against Mitchell.
Looks like Mitchell kind of had him tripping over his feet there a little bit.
Kind of cooked him on the far sideline with an out route. See if we can't get a couple of these starters back up. Back to Brandon Smith, the Iowa undrafted free agent, up against, once again, the new signing in Brown.
I feel so bad for these DBs when guys are running slants in a one-on-one. Like, what do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do when I have no help, there's no traffic anywhere? Not exactly a fair route, in my opinion.
Doesn't that always give you an opportunity, though, as a DB to maybe show the quick trigger and the ability and the athleticism to catch up?
Absolutely, and if you can defend a slant in one-on-one, more power to you. That's incredible. Cedric Wilson, he's a good route runner, man.
Very underrated route runner. I think he's learned a lot from being underneath guys like Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. It's one guy we haven't seen out here running, as he's not in the pads, but that's Michael Gallup. Of course, he had a scary moment yesterday. Dixon tried to get back to that football, couldn't get there in time.
The ball was there. If it had been better thrown, Dixon was open. But nice work by C.J. Goodwin to not bite too hard on the fake. But
Goodwin, of course, a special teams guru. Now, here's Malik Turner again going up against Kelvin Joseph. This is intriguing. Two guys who've had a really good start to camp. And you mentioned the slant. I think the curl is also a pretty unfair route for a wide receiver to run.
Routes that go less than 10 yards in a one-on-one situation is just kind of tough.
Got to show the quick trigger and the ability to react and read. Kelvin Joseph can do that on tape, and he has shown it on occasion. Here's CD Lamb against Trayvon Diggs again. Dak Prescott throwing the ball.
Give us what we want. This is a DiNucci. This is going to be a DiNucci special.
Right over the middle, and Diggs was so far off the line of scrimmage, there's nothing you can do about that, really.
Not really. That's where having 10 other defenders on the field helps you out a little bit.
That's the one where you pass it off to the linebackers, and hopefully they pick it up in zone. Lots of competition here on practice number 5 from Oxnard. First day with the pads on. Here's Davis again. Nice footwork at the line of scrimmage, and Burton just could not stick with him.
I got to be honest. And you mentioned Dak. Like, I'm watching the receivers and DBs more than the quarterback. Like, Dak doesn't seem like he's throwing a lot of these, if he's throwing any of them.
No, I think he's letting
the young guys handle this.
Nashawn Wright over the top, poking it away.
That is something Nashawn Wright is clearly very good at. Those routes that break back to the ball, and that's where your length comes in. I mean, the guy's arms are 5 feet long. So when you have a chance to break back to the ball, I think it really helps him out. It seems like he's really mastered how to defend those types of routes.
Coach McCarthy getting a closer look at some of the competition as he makes his way over to this drill. He's been kind of working around. Now he's already working the referees.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a coach's job, right?
Yeah.
Get on the sideline. Nice grab, far side. Aaron Parker, who had a really nice 2020 training camp out in Frisco. He's really continued that this year. I think he's done some impressive things.
I mean, we say this every year because it's easy to evaluate receivers at training camp, but honestly, all of these guys have had moments.
So as we wrap things up here on this midweek edition of Training Camp Live, what were some of your initial thoughts when looking at the wide receivers going 101 with the DBs?
It's just a little bit of a different element. Like just having the pads on, it's more competitive, it's a little bit more physical, and it's fun to see how these guys compete, honestly, in a little bit of an unfair setting. You know, I mentioned Nashawn Wright. Probably not a drill that suits him super well, but you see how he handles himself in open space in a competitive situation. Thought he handled himself well. Thought Cedric Wilson had a heck of a catch over there. It's just that little bit of extra element that makes it a little more exciting when these guys are able to get a little more competitive.
And you know these guys are eating up every opportunity they can to show this coaching staff and to show the film just exactly what they can do, and of course they had an opportunity to do that today. Once again, Training Camp Live presented by American Airlines, the official airlines of the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to do it for us. For David Helman, I'm Kyle Youmans. We'll see you next time here from Oxnard.